I'm live. Okay. Audio sounds pretty good. The mic should be picking up right now. It's not showing that it is. Let's see here. Okay, is that picking up? Okay, it sounds like it's on. Okay, welcome back to part 2 of day 195. So I'll be reading Nahum, or how you say it, chapters 1 through 3, and that's all of it. And then tomorrow I'll be reading Habakkuk and whatever comes after that. So please follow along as I read. Thanks for joining with me. Chapter 1. The pronouncement concerning Nineveh, the book of the vision of Nahum of the Elkoshite. God's vengeance. The Lord is jealous and avenging God. The Lord takes vengeance, is fierce in wrath. The Lord takes vengeance against his foes. He is furious with his enemies. The Lord is slow to anger, but great in power. The Lord will never leave the guilty unpunished. His path in the world in a storm. The clouds are dust beneath his feet. He rebukes the sea and dries it up, and he makes the rivers run dry. Bashan and Carmel wither, even the flower of Lebanon withers. The mountains quake before him, and the hills melt, and the earth trembles at his presence. The world and all who live in it, who can stand his indignation? Who can endure his burning anger? His wrath is poured out like fire. Even rocks are shattered before him. Destruction of Nineveh. The Lord is good, a stronghold in a day of distress. He cares for those who take refuge in him, but he will completely destroy Nineveh with an overwhelming flood. He will chase his enemies into darkness. Whatever you plot against the Lord, he will bring into complete destruction. Oppression will not rise up for a second time, for they will have consumed like tangled thorns, like the drink of a drunkard, and straw that is fully dry. One has gone out from you, who plots evil against the Lord, and is a wicked counselor. Promise of Judah's deliverance. This is the Lord God says: although they are strong and numerous, they'll still be mowed away, and he will pass away. Though I have punished you, I'll punish you no longer, for I'll now break off his yoke from you and tear off your shackles. The Syrian king demise. The Lord has issued an order concerning you. There will be no offspring to carry on your name. I'll eliminate the carved idol and cast image and house of your gods. I'll prepare your grave for your contemptible. Look in the mountains, the field of herald proclaims peace. Celebrate your festivals in Judah, fulfill your vows, for the wicked one will never again march through you. He'll be entirely wiped out. Chapter 2. Attack against Nineveh. The one who scatters is coming against you. Men of fortifications, watch the road, brace yourselves, summon all your strength, for the Lord will restore the majesty of Jacob, yes, the majesty of Israel. The ravagers have ravaged them and ruined the vine branches. The shields of his warriors are dyed red. The valiant men are dressed in scarlet. The fittings of chariots flash like fire on the day of its battle preparations, and the spears are brandished. The chariots dash madly through the streets. They rush around like plazas. They look like torches. They dart back and forth like lightning. He gives orders to officers. They stumble as they advance. They race to its wall that protects a shield and set in place. The river gates are open, and the palace erodes away. Beauty is stripped, she is carried away. Her ladies in waiting moan like the sound of doves and beat their breasts. Nineveh has been like a pool of water from her first days, but they are fleeing. Stop, stop, they cry, but no one turns back. Plunder the silver, plunder the gold. There's no end to treasure. It's an abundance, every precious thing. Desolation, decimation, devastation. Hearts melt, knees tremble, inside churn. Every face grows pale. Where the lions lair, or the feeding ground of the young lion, where the lioness proud and the lion cub, nothing to frighten them away. The lion mauled whatever its cubs needed and strangled the prey. For the lioness, it filled its dens with kill and layers of mauled prey. Beware, I'm against you, this declaration of the Lord of armies. I'll make your chariots go up in smoke, and the sword will devour your young lions. Oh, cut off your prey from the earth, and sound of your messengers will never be heard again. Chapter 3, the final chapter, Nineveh's downfall. Woe to the city of blood, totally deceitful, full of plunder, never without prey. The crack of a whip, the rumble of the wheel, galloping horse and jolting chariot, charging horseman, flashing sword, shining spear, heap of slain, mounds of corpses, dead bodies without end. They stumble over the dead because they can simulate prostitution of the prostitute. The attractive mistress of sorcery who treats nations and clans like merchandise or prostitution and sorcery. I'm against you, this declaration of Lord of armies. I will lift up your skirts over your face and display your nakedness to a nation. Your shame to your kingdoms. I'll throw filth on you and treat you with contempt. I'll make a spectacle of you, then all who see you will recoil from you, saying, Nineveh is devastated. Who will show sympathy to her? Where can I find anyone to comfort you? Are you better than Thebes? You sat along the Nile with water surrounding her. Those rampart of the sea, the river, her wall, Cush and Egypt were an endless source of strength. But Libya were among her allies, yet she became an exile. She went into captivity. Her children also dashed to pieces in the head of every street. They cast lots for her dignitaries, and all her nobles were bound and chained. You also will become drunk. You will hide, you will also seek refuge from the enemy. All your fortresses are fig trees with the figs that ripened first. When shaken, they fall right to the mouth of the eater. Look, your troops are like women among you. Your land city gates are wide open to your enemies. Fire will devour the bars of your gates. Draw water from the siege. Strengthen your fortress. Step into the clay and tread mortar. Take hold of the brick mold. The fire will devour you there. The sword will cut you down and devour you like young locusts. Multiply yourselves like the young locusts. Multiply like the swarming locusts. You have made your merchants more numerous than the stars of the sky. The young locust strips the land of the flies away. Your court officials are like swarming locusts. Your scribes are clouds of locusts, which settle in the walls of a cold day. When the sun rises, they take off. There, no one knows where they are. King of Assyria, your shepherds slumber, or your officers sleep. Your people are scattered across the nations with no one to gather them together. There's no remedy for your injury. Your wound is severe. All who hear the news about you will clap their hands because of you, for all who has not experienced your constant cruelty. 30 pages from the New Testament, I believe. Yeah, 30 pages, because I'm on page 1162. And the New Testament, the last page before the New Testament is 1192. So 30 pages. That's all for today. And that's all for Nahum. Nahum's big picture summary thing that's in the book. Nahum prophesies that God will destroy Nineveh, capital city of the Assyrian Empire, because of its wickedness and violence, and will never rise again. So that's all for today. Hopefully you'll join me tomorrow for Habakkuk, and there's some other things. Okay. Well, I'm just gonna read tomorrow Habakkuk and one chapter of Stephani. Then the day after that, I'll read Stephani and all of Haggai. Anyways, thanks so much for joining me today. I hope to see you tomorrow. We had a great day so far. Have a great rest of your day. Remember, God loves you, and goodbye.